Hello, sir. How are you?
I am good. I'm good.
That's fine.
You know, just sitting on the sidelines watching America implode.
That's some
stupidity.
It's difficult to see that, I think.
I know Mexico's going through a lot of changes as well.
Yes, actually, we have been. We are going through some kind of changes here, and it's very. I don't know. I don't know how to expect from the situation that it's forthcoming, because a lot of people is very. They just don't have they don't have any idea about what's going on here.
I believe that.
And it's very difficult to see friends and people that you care, that they don't know anything. And when you try to share some kind of information regarding all of this, it's very hard to accept that they don't even bother or care about that. They just don't care, and it's very hard. But well, I think that the people will go through this, and finally I think that a lot of people will think and we'll see the reality of this, of what is going on here. Perhaps some people just don't care, and another, I think that they are waking up, but it's very hard for them, because for a long time they have been very slept. So it's hard. It's hard, but.
Are you asleep?
Yes, sleep. But I mean, when I say sleep, is that they don't have any idea about what's going on here.
Well, no. And you know, you have to remember that people's vision of things. You know, I think on Earth, we have been trained to keep our focus narrow. And because our focus has been narrow, we've been easier to control and manipulate.
Yes, I know.
And that's been conditioning, especially for people who live around the world in small towns and the such. They tend to be very, very focused and narrowed on just their small communities, or just their families, or their lives, or their jobs. And other things outside of that, unless it's forced on them, just simply do not reach their periphery, and they don't connect to it. But, you know, all of that is changing as we move closer to the galactic plane, because many things that we haven't been focusing on that are important to the creation of our reality, Earth, you know, creating this reality and our reality as a collective, is coming more and more into focus as all of the, if you'll pardon my expression, bullshit completely falls away.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the stuff that isn't real.
Yes.
And what's happening is that we're all having to look at our lives and say, oh my God, you know, I've been focusing on a lot of this stuff, and it means absolutely nothing in the grand scheme of things. And a lot of that is going to be very hard for people, because they've invested so much time, so many years, so many tears in something that wasn't real.
Mm-hmm.
And because people have a vested interest in it, it's going to be difficult for them to just let it go. But, you know, ultimately they will have to, because it no longer serves them.
Yes.
So, you know, it's just not about life. It's about politics. It's about health. You know, just about everything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I can see that. I think that there's a lot of people out there that are in the same place, but not all the people, I think, accept that, and some people are just stuck in that position, that don't believe anything that we are trying to telling them. And actually, I think that everything is a process, and I think this is about a decision of oneself to believe or not, and to do something or do anything. And I don't know, it's like you said sometime, it's very interesting time that we are going through right now.
Right. Well, yeah, and then they're going to get more and more interesting this next year. So, you know, just the knowledge about what's really been going on begins to sink in with everybody, and it'll sink in. I mean, people are getting it, whether they're consciously aware of it or not. You know, the consciousness is shifting. People will also know about the reality of extraterrestrials by the end of next year. Probably, for sure, in 2011, it'll be plainly obvious that we are not alone to everyone, and that will dramatically shift consciousness as well. And because it'll be in everybody's face.
Okay. Does it?
And you know, people all over the world are waking up to the control and manipulation of governments, and how much everybody's been lied to. And you know, they're beginning to take a stand. And you know, there are going to be some pretty remarkable, exciting times, as well as some potentially chaotic moments, you know, until people really start to, you know, go within themselves and say, hey, what do I really want?
Yes.
You know, and then that's ultimately the question here, because, you know, they have become, the rulers have become masters at distracting us and making us focus on other stuff other than our own personal development.
Yes.
And, you know, people are wising up to that.
When you say that for the next year that people around the world will know about we are not alone in this universe, does it has something to be with the Disclosure Project, or it's
Does it have something to do with what?
Disclosure Project?
Well, yeah, that's happening. You know, that is happening on one level, but there are multiple layers of occurrences and things that are happening, not only on a consciousness level, but also a spiritual level, and the physical level. So it's beginning to permeate, because, you know, ultimately we as a race, and I'm talking about all of us on the planet, as a race, you know, have to make some decisions. And it isn't going to be just, you know, a few percentage of us